Conklin went over foot fire. Okay, so Conklin's right here versus the, I'm assuming it's a safety, but never know. Yeah, wins the over right there. Again, you can see that Conklin's he's not the fastest guy in the world. Like he's more like quick than fast at times, like out of his break. And I think it's more because of good route running than it is like elite, ability. But good job off the line here. Comes off the line, foot fires, gets the DB to what? Split, jump split, way down to the heels. Way down to the heels. Conklin takes an inside release. Inside release, breaks it to the inside. DB at this point, doesn't, I think he's looking to the backfield and just tries to get vertical there. Doesn't close ground. So not a great job of DB, but good release by Conklin. And again, this is a win. Is it 10 yards of separation? No. Is this enough for Aaron Rodgers to climb the pocket and fit the ball in right there? If he was in trouble, or just fit the ball in there in general? He gets through his first two reads right there, the hawk concept to the bottom, gets to the over. So you have again, high-low read right there, and then Conklin working to that play side. So Rodgers at least get to his third read here. This is his third read, and Wilson scrambles and stuff, but Rodgers gets that ball out. Good win by Conklin on the foot fire. Conklin push off in. Okay, 83. Yeah, it's a good job just kind of like finding the DB who is going to be responsible for him, and like almost gearing down into him. So off the line, it almost looks like he like fake stalk blocks, but I think he's just trying to release on that linebacker, but then realizes that as he pushes vertical, the linebacker is no longer picking him up, and there's a safety dropping down in the box to pick him up. Again, Conklin sees him, doesn't run away from contact. He gets to his break point, rushes to his break point, purposefully gets contact with the DB, because again, if he doesn't get contact there, the DB matches the break, right? So he gears down into the DB, gets hands on him, pushes off, creates separation. It's a good route. It's a good job of finding that break point, and kind of inviting the DB there and inviting that contact. Because again, if he doesn't get that arm on, the DB has his arm on, he matches that break. So it's a really good job just pushing the shoulder, breaking inside again, and is open. Is open. Zach actually puts a nice ball on him. Catch and tuck. Good job on the in right there by Conklin. In that, dig. More of a, it was more like 10, 15 yards, right? So more of a dig than an in. In's shorter, but Conklin drop touchdown. Okay. Yeah, this is one where he's dive. You want to see him catch this for sure. Chips and releases. Chips and releases on the first level. Over route isn't picked up. Chiefs have a bluff, or they, the pick sets in right there. Good job by whoever that is. And is that, I can't see who that receiver is. 18. No, it's Cobb. Good job by Cobb. See, like a little bit of that plays here. Like he opened them up for the touchdown. Over route. Zach Olson breaks out of the pocket. Conklin's wide open. Zach doesn't put it in a great spot. Like realistically, yeah, you wanted to put him on his body. It is a ball you should catch. In my opinion, yes. I'm not one of those like old guys who's like, I'm not old, I'm 31, but like, the guys are like, oh, it touches your hand, you're supposed to catch it. That's bullshit. I would say anywhere in the palm, like even like below, I don't know what the first crease in your finger is, but anything below this, okay, like I get catching that, but fingertips on a ball that's thrown 50 miles per hour or 60 or whatever it is, I'm not so sure about that. Would I like to see him catch this? Yeah, I would. He dropped it. It is what it is. Conklin up seam attack ball. Okay. He's attached right here, I believe. Yeah, so he's up the seam again. You can see that he's not the fastest guy in the world. Like he's a little bit like not like plodding, but I would say average at best speed up the seam there. But with that being said, like if you know how to attack the ball, if you know how to put yourself in good positions, then we're okay. And we make plays like this. So again, works up the seam. You have two verticals right there, Conklin versus the DB, and Zach Wilson does a nice job of, hey, like putting on the back shoulder right here, allowing Conklin to attack the ball. You could argue that even you might even want it, vertical to the outside here because of the leverage and he has them stacked, but I'm okay with putting it back shoulder and letting your tight end make a play. Lets him make a play. Conklin tracks the ball, a little bit of hand fighting, comes back to it. Tighter hands, not perfect hand placement, but relatively good. And then immediately tucks the ball away from the DB. Good job of watching full speed. Conklin rocker. This is his most frequent move in terms of route running, which is great. I love rocker steps. So he's right here versus the linebacker. He never looks at him. He like there's just little nuances to route running that are so important here. Like not even looking at that linebacker kind of trips the linebacker out. Like he's just looking straight. Okay, he's just running vertical right here. Does he even know I'm here? So like the linebacker, not like it's lulled to sleep, but Conklin not looking at him kind of does like, excuse my French here, but kind of like fucks up your psyche. So Conklin just continues works vertical. Stop step with the left. So he typically does stop step rocker. He can just do a rocker, but the stop step comes right here. Foot in front of him, drop down on it, and then actually two stop steps, one stop, two stop rocker. So he's getting on the toes, but slowing himself down for the break. Left foot aggressively into the ground with a little head nod outside, gets the DB or gets the linebacker to think, oh, he's breaking to the outside. Left to right. So we have a rocker. Two stops, rocker step, head nod, linebacker bites, cooked him, like absolutely cooked him. This is for a 5, 6, 7 yard in route. This is burning a guy, burns him. He's right here. We got empty. He's number 3 inside slot. Say the stick nod. Really good job selling it. Now the Broncos, they're in some type of zone. Looks like it might be I don't know. It's taking me a little bit to figure this one out, but Conklin does a good job in terms of selling his route. Gets vertical, breaks to the outside, sells it well, gets nice and flat. Again, selling like a real route. He's not like pushing vertical or drifting vertical right there. Looks back for the ball, and when the linebacker sees him break and then look for the ball, linebacker's going to look for the ball as well, which you don't necessarily want him to do as if I'm coaching him up, but obviously I'm not. Sells him, loses him, breaks vertical, is wide open. Catch the ball. It's a good stick nod. Looks like this is some type of, it might be like an inverted 3. It might be just like a straight 3, actually. It looked a little bit odd down here at first, and here it looked like almost like a 6, and then he dropped back. So nonetheless, it actually looks like a cover 3. But and then obviously with this play too, which I completely forgot about, we have Conklin who gets some yak, lowers his helmet into the DB's chest and hold on to the ball. One, I like the fact that, hey, I'm coming into contact right here, 2 arms on the ball, just put my crown of my helmet right into his chest, and then just drive my feet. You got what, 5 Broncos right there involved in that. So you have Conklin picking up just because of physicality. Let's just say from the 50, 45, 40, 35, 37 yard line. You got another 13 yards just strictly based on, hey, I'm gonna be physical here. I love it. Okay. Slot to the bottom. Yeah, so we have a good or is it out and up vertical here, out and up. So it's like a 3-level read. Actually, it was a post into an out and up. But still, Conklin, in terms of the route, there's really not much to it. The thing he does want to do is he does want to get to that outside shoulder, which he stems to the outside shoulder, breaks, peeks to the outside, gets vertical. I like the fact that as he's crossing his plane, he kind of throws out that chicken arm right there, chicken wing, just protecting his body, chops down the upfield arm. Ball's a little bit too far to the outside, but watch the catch. He's actually decent contested. I think he's upped his game like that. But this is not an easy catch to make, man. Track the ball, attack it, tight hands, catch it around the DB's back. Do your best to tuck it, but unfortunately, again, because the ball is a little bit too far to the outside, plus the DB kind of working into our chest right there, just that momentum pushes Conklin out of bounds, but still a really good no catch, right? Like we can watch great no catches. Still pretty ridiculous. Again, in terms of the route, not too much there. Conklin one-handed. Okay. 83 is attached. Another situation. Now he's running it in, uses another rocker. Is it stop rocker? Or is that stop rocker? Let's see. So closes ground on the DB or the linebacker. Sorry, the Nakobe Dean actually gets onto his toes a little bit. We have two stop steps again. One stop, two stop to slow himself down, allowing a tighter break. Rocker step, left in step, head nod outside. DB or linebacker just slightly bites, but Dean does a pretty good job. But Conklin still wins the inside shoulder. Dean actually does a pretty good job there. The left hand is getting held by Dean. And it's a little bit like lower quality. It's hard to tell if he actually holds it or if it's just like, you're like incidental contact right there where you can't extend it. One-handed catch. All right. Watch it full speed first. Oh, we should watch it full speed at first. I know people complain about that. Like, oh, we don't watch the play before it happens. I'm sorry. But Dean does a good job staying square right there, not necessarily biting so hard on the outside, but hell of a one-handed catch by Conklin there. Conklin versus Ramsey. Slip out of break. Okay, he's right here. Bottom. Why ISO? Again, like some of these contested catches he's making this year, we saw the one-handed one, we saw the one deep. Again, it was out of bounds, but we saw the Chiefs one. I think we have another one coming on like a back shoulder seam ball, and does a good job. So he just speed releases to the inside, or not speed. Well, yeah, he does speed release technically. I mean, he speed breaks, speed cuts. So there's no stop steps or anything like that. Break, drive, line, tries to get nice and flat. I don't think he slips out of. Does he slip out of the break? I don't think he slips. Yeah, I didn't see any slipping. I don't know why I wrote that. Again, I watched your play just like once or twice before it happens, but nonetheless, speed break or speed cut to the inside, and then again, ball. You have the DB kind of on his hip right here, but he's able to extend to a ball that's inside of him, a little bit inside of him, extension to it, and then pull it away, roll. We don't want to land on the ball, so we want to do our best to roll. But with that being said, he wanted to hold it away from Ramsey. So it's a spot where he doesn't necessarily want to tuck it right now. He wants to kind of tuck it at the last second, which he does. It's really good awareness, like really good just feel for it. Because let's say he were to tuck it immediately, you have Ramsey's arm who's in there, or maybe it's not even necessarily in there, but let's say it was. If he tucks it right now, which Conklin doesn't necessarily know exactly where his hand is, that ball may be deflected, but it's a good job to pull it away and then roll it at the very last second. Conklin, snag and hold on. Okay, snag and hold on. All right, he's right here to the left side of your screen. Okay, so it looks like he just runs like a quick over. Just looks for the ball immediately. I'm not sure, I'm not sure the concept is here or anything like that, but it breaks to the inside. Obviously, it's zone coverage. Snaps down, looks for the ball. Ball is behind him. Conklin is able to attack it, back shoulder, bring it in, and then hold on through contact. It's not easy to catch a ball, tuck it, and then there's immediately a guy throwing his shoulder, into your hip, and they hold on to the ball. Now you still want them to hold on to the ball, right? Like it's not a thing where I'm saying like, hey, this is above expectation. You're expected to hold on to the ball there, but still, it's something that you want to see, right? You want to see guys hold on to the ball through contact. It's not necessarily easy to do. Conklin seam win, light hands dip through contact. Okay, he's attached right here. Let's watch. Yeah, he attacks that ball super, super late. So we have another contested catch. This is a really good play by him. Really good route from Conklin up the seam. Again, you can see he's not the most explosive guy in the world for sure, but gets vertical. Once he starts to get to the DBs, or once he starts to get to the DBs level, he starts to kind of just angle it to the outside, just trying to clear himself. He doesn't want to run directly at the DB and then have to run through contact. So he stems a little bit to the outside, which is fine. As he comes into that contact window, what does he do? Chicken wing, like kind of rip through. It's more of a chicken wing than a rip through. He's just putting his shoulder out there. Why? Because if if the DB's trying to shoot and Conklin's arm, let me pause it. DB's trying to shoot to your chest, right? From let's say this side, and my chest is open. He hits me obviously, just imagine my arm is the other way. Hits me in the chest. If my arm is up like this and tries to hit me in the chest, then it's he's hitting arm. So you want to reduce and throw your arm out there. He reduces, throws the arm out there, chicken wing, runs past him again to flex that arm. Now we see some hand fighting. Conklin with some extension into the hands right there, and then watch as he's tracking that ball. He obviously he feels that linebacker on him, so he gets his left hand into the chest, extends at the very last second. So watch right here, left hand into the chest from Conklin. Just right now, he's just holding him back. You're not closing that ground on me. I want this yard of separation. Wants the separation. Attacks the ball really late. Catch. Tuck. Fall into your back, now into the ball. All really good there by Conklin. Like, this is a really good play up the seam. Just throws it up to him. I like all of it. I like the stem to the outside. I like the chicken wing. I like the reducing of the body. I like the clear, the chopping down right there, most likely on that left arm of the DB. I like the extension right there, just hand fighting. I like him then placing the hand as he's tracking the ball, getting a little bit of extension and just holding him off, attacking the ball late, tight hands, tuck. That's a really, really good play by Conklin. It's a really good play. There's really nothing I can criticize there. And again, I am known to be a nitpicky asshole. So like, if I can't criticize it, I'm sure there's somebody, obviously people who know more than me. I'm sure Bill Belichick or somebody like that could maybe critique it. Maybe, I don't know, dude. Realistically, I don't see what you can critique there, but maybe I'm crazy. Rocker, no chance. Okay. Oh, like no chance because Zach Wilson missed him or something. He's right here versus the DB linebacker. Hard to tell. Looks like probably a DB. Yeah. So foot fire release, doing a little bit of dancing with the head. Nods to the outside. DB sinks down. You can see the weight shift from even to left to the left. I'm talking about for the DB, by the way, guys, not Conklin. You see the DB shifts, hip shift to the left right there, which gives Conklin the inside release. Chop down that upfield arm. Break to the inside on the over. A situation where did he create a ton of separation versus press? No, but again, Rodgers versus Zach Wilson here. And yeah, there's pressure and he gets hit, like, transparently. It's not that bad. He does get hit, but let's say that ball is inside shoulder. Is this enough separation to make a catch at the NFL level? Yes, it is. 100%. He puts that ball front shoulder. It's a win. It's a catch. So Conklin went up seam contested. Okay, right here. Again, versus I think it's number 1 right there.